Well, those trees made an absolute mess right here, and you can see this guy's got a monitor set up and stuff. He's got this place trying to look sharp. He's a real big history buff, so he likes his ornamental stuff. So crash landing all these dead trees made just a gnarly mess. Hauled 2 loads of the dump trailer of the straight chips. Guy's got a helper bee that runs around his property, so he spent the whole day filling this while we were doing other stuff, because obviously we're kind of expensive running the machine, so it didn't really make too much sense for him to have us running the machines doing this. So filled her up with this stuff, but this raises something of a conversation, because I've gotten a lot of grief, and I don't like to harp on, you know, the, what do you call it, I got a little bit of traction with some kind of drama in the comment section. People always say, oh, where's your DOT numbers, where's all that stuff when I'm hauling goose egg? Nobody ever says any of that stuff when I'm hauling a bumper pole, and that's why I got the little buddy, because it is a lot less obvious when you're running a bumper pole to like everybody. If you're running a bumper pole, nobody's really calling you out. And yes, on the side of my truck right there, I have my name and my numbers. Always had them. But the reason I bring that up is because somebody messaged me the other day, a local boy. He probably, oh, tripping over the trap. Probably recognize this story, he might comment it. But he said, because he runs around town doing dump runs and stuff like that. He's got a little dump trailer. But somebody was giving him all kinds of grief because, for one, he didn't have his numbers. He didn't have some other stuff. But I'll be straight up honest with you guys. Running this setup, if that was a regular pickup bed, I wouldn't care too much about it, because there's such an under the radar kind of thing. And I know that sounds kind of trashy to say that, but if you're running a regular pickup in a little dump trailer like this, nobody really looks at you. It's weird. It's like you just go camouflage. So I'm gonna run a gun, drop this off. Yes, I'm making money on this one. I don't have a not for hire sticker on it. Typically the not for hire sticker is just kind of on there just because whatever. But I'm going to be hauling the disposal, or charging the, well, I turn my blinker on, disposal fee and a hauling fee, because that's just the way it works. You got to charge for everything nowadays. You can't do nothing for free, or else it'll bite you in the butt. But that's fancy gate. I think he's got another round of mess right there to pick up. I don't know if his helper will be here tomorrow to fill that up, but we will. Might end up having to do some of it ourselves, so it is what it is. Fire company's got a bunch of tree guys running around. This is definitely a over the sideboards, tarp not big enough to take the back road kind of a load, I'll admit. But I got enough bungees on there, that stuff is gonna stay very well planted. But just, you know, the topic of discussion, like, I need my CDL for this. People say, oh, you don't need your CDL unless you're making money. I ain't driving the truck, honestly, unless it's making money. Let's just be flat out honest with that. Like, driving to and from work, it's work related kind of stuff, and that just kind of... Well, we made it back to the house. I got a little dump site back here. Talk about the DOT numbers, CDL, not for hire sticker, because a lot of people are under the impression it might be true to an extent, but I don't think it's really the most foolproof plan you could ever come up with. But people say I can tow whatever I want if I'm not for hire. I don't know about that. That's, you know, they labelize their truck and trailer by putting a not for hire sticker on there. But if some way, somehow, you're making money off of it and hiding it, and they discover it, the DOT officer, then they're gonna fry you big time for it. So I would always kind of avoid that. At the very least, when I run a not for hire sticker on my bigger goosenecks, I'm hauling my own personal equipment. But I don't think that not for hire sticker actually really works that well, considering I'm hauling my own equipment, but I'm pursuing business while I'm hauling my own equipment. So if they want to be sticklers, they can fry you on that. I'm not worried because I have the not for hire sticker on there, because I also have my correct DOT numbers. Not really a DOT number, I just run a CA number because that's all I'm required to do where I'm at. And my weight sticker, and I have my name on the side of the truck. So I'm in the free and clear, hypothetically. It's all up to the judgment of the officer. But a lot of guys, when they're running just a not for hire sticker and they're towing out of class, that is a big risk it for the biscuit, and I would consider that something you probably shouldn't do, and don't get caught doing it. Because how it works is, let's say you have a truck and trailer combination weight rating, you got your trailer derated so that you can stay under your 26 or less weight rating combo, and you get busted because you're running 27,000 pounds. Yeah, that's not good, that's a ticket, but you get a fine for being overweight. But if somebody were to drive an 18-wheeler with a Class C license, they're towing out of class, which is a bigger no-no because it's required CDL, and the truck getting pounded goes through a bunch more BS, or at the very least you got to have a CDL driver come and pick the truck up and drive it to wherever the heck you got to go with it. And that's a lot of BS. But when it comes down to bumper poles, I always think, that's why I got the little buddy that's parked right there. Got that trailer so when I go out of town, I go out of town and pick up my own personal trucks. But you haul a big gooseneck, it's such a red flag for any DOT officers when they see a gooseneck behind a dually pickup going down the road. Even if you just have a regular pickup bed like my 3500 has, it's such a red flag, especially you're on a non-for-hire sticker, you're hauling any kind of equipment, it stands out. But if you have a bumper pole, those suckers slide under the radar freaking awesome. Especially these little dump trailers. I see these things running all around town, and they're hauling to the dump every single day. They're not going to the garbage dump every single day hauling their own junk. They're definitely for hire. But those suckers are sliding in, and I got nothing wrong with it. I did that for a while before I knew what was going on. But you got to have your CDL to do that kind of stuff, because you're rated for more than 26,001 pounds, and you're making money. Technically, even if you don't need a CDL and you're making money, you need to have your DOT numbers or your CA numbers like I run on my truck, and you got to have a weight sticker for this state. So at the end of the day, they're going to get you one way or the other, and it's a lot less weight on your shoulders if you just got all your numbers and it's all taken care of. But man, this guy loaded a bunch of stuff on this trailer. Get all my bungees off here. Look at that, nothing fell out. I don't even think I lost a pine needle. Let's talk about these trailers up here while I got you guys going, because this trailer's rated at 20,000 pounds. This trailer's rated at 30,000 pounds. I could go get my side-by-side with this thing, and I need my freaking CDL. That one up there is 26,000 pounds. If I hook my freaking side-by-side up to that, technically I need a CDL and a bunch of numbers and stuff on the side of it. It's over 26,000 pounds if I'm making money with it. But I don't know, if you're not making money, you're not for hire, and you get your own semi and stuff like that, what the heck are you doing with your semi that you're not making any kind of money with it? I don't know. You're hauling you got a big toter home and stuff like that, risking it. But I just wanted to talk about the little dump trailer, because these things slide under the radar all the time. 14K dump trailer. Yeah, you gotta have your CDL. Just tow this little sucker. State of California, anything over 10,000 pounds trailer rating, you have to have your CDL. And if it's got this tape on the side, that is a obvious note to the DOT that that trailer is rated for more than 10,000 pounds, 10,000 or more. So each one of these trailers, red tape, red tape, red tape, truck, red tape. That's the way you're supposed to do it. You got a flatbed, you're supposed to have the red tape on it. Red tape. See on here, red, oh, it's red and white tape, but you get what I'm saying. Anyway, let's go ahead and dump this thing out. I do this on a lot of jobs when they don't want the material left there. Bring it down to the house. Big chunks I don't really bring to the house, but this light material, put it out here, grind it up, makes good ground coverage, helps with erosion, and I can make a couple extra bucks by dropping it here. It's gonna rot in a number of years anyway, so I'm not worried about it. It's like that side hustle, that little extra bit, that's what really makes the paychecks do a lot better. Your 9 to 5 is all right, but if you can pick up a side hustle doing little dump runs, hauling that stuff back to the house, talking to a camera, that's when things really start to come together and you start to see your paychecks adding up to something. Getting the truck and trailer, even though it's just a pickup, people like to give crap about that. I don't care, it's making me good money. That thing has been such a good game changer. Because before I had this, the number of dollars that I would make in a day wouldn't really add up to how much I charge to haul off a load of, you know, material like this. And, you know, I'm just driving home, but you gotta have a place to dump it at the house, I guess. Or you can dump it at your neighbor's house. Boom, boom. Good old load of chips. I think I'll take this thing back for another load tomorrow. Ladies and gentlemen, it has been months since I filmed that clip, and I have to address a couple things that I forgot in it. First of all, you've seen the video since then, since I added all this fill dirt right here, because that's where I dumped that load of brush, and other material has been dumped here many a times over. But I scraped it all off and pushed it down there. It is just rotten pine. I'll mulch it down, or it'll just rot on its own. But talking about the dump trailer, and the real reason why I started this whole video, which I forgot to mention the whole story earlier on, is these things are very affordable, easier to get into, and most 90 to 95% of them are all in the state of California over 10,000 pound rating. So you need a CDL in the state of California to tow this trailer. Making money, not making money, you probably need a CDL for this thing. I'm not going to go in that discussion, not making money BS. But they're so affordable. Everybody's got a pickup. You think, oh, I'm going to buy a dump trailer for myself, do some side hustling. And that's the same thing that this kid thought that locally told me this story. He's got very, very similar setup to this. And a super trucker met up with him at some point in his life. In person, in the flesh, super trucker, not a keyboard warrior, and was giving him hell because he didn't either have a CDL, didn't have DOT numbers and stuff on the door of his truck. And that's what made me realize, I was like, man, there is a bunch of people, and I'm not making fun of them or belittling them or nothing, but it made me realize how many dump trailer guys are just sliding through. And it's just like, you know, they turn camouflage on hardcore and they go right underneath the radar and run and gun, make money with their dump trailer. I wouldn't say on a daily basis, but very close to it. A lot of people do that. But this old boy actually took it far enough that he called the cops on this kid because he didn't either have a CDL, didn't have his DOT numbers and stuff like that. And he was actually hauling a car back to his own place to fix it. I don't know if he's going to sell it, or he didn't know if he's going to sell it, but he got a car for himself. He's going to go home and fix it. But somebody stopped him because he had that setup and accused him of making money and not having his DOT numbers and stuff. I mean, first of all, it's none of the guy's business. If the guy wants to run his life without putting the correct numbers on his door, that's up to him. You're not the law. You're not going to uphold it. But he called the cop. Cop came out, looked at the whole situation. He's like, oh, that's your truck that you got on the trailer? He's like, yep, going to go home and fix it. What's wrong with it? Blah, blah, blah. I'm going to fix it, and then I don't know what I'm going to do with it. At the point where you say I'm going to sell it, then obviously you're making money, and then you're in the book of we need to start getting numbers and stuff on the door. But I ran this setup for a couple years before I got 5500 and all the numbers, which 5500 does all the towing now. This is did a personal run with this. Truck's rated at 9,900 pounds, 14K dump trailer. So I'm under the 26K overall, but like I said, for the California, still over 10,000 on the trailer. Need a CDL for that. Again, oh well. California's weird on a lot of different notes. Having something like that kind of law doesn't, you know, hurt me. But I had 10,000 pounds in the back of this thing, load of stone for myself the other day for drive, and I was about 24,000 pounds. When it goes to like my 5500 and stuff like that, flatbed, dually, then you stand out a lot more, especially if you throw a gooseneck on a flatbed dually. That just screams you're making money. In my opinion, that's just the way I see it. So get this little trailer here, which is very, very similar in length to that one. It's actually, the deck space is, it's really close. It's like 2 feet short or 4 feet, something like that. But with the extended tongue up here, this thing is perfect for going and getting a pickup out of town, out of state, wherever, because it's a nice bumper pull. And that's why, 100% why I got this trailer, is so I can have an out of town rig that I can drive a pickup, a rock crawler, or whatever on. And it's multi-purpose, because I wasn't going to buy just a simple, you know, flatbed car hauler trailer, and that's all I could haul with it. I wanted to be able to haul equipment as well. So out of town missions, it makes it a little bit easier for hauling your own equipment to a job site. But again, you're still making money for that job site, so you're pursuing money. your not for hire sticker. Technically, I don't know. I think it's kind of like putting a, you know, American flag with a blue stripe in the middle of it. You know, a cop sees that and he goes, "Hey, respect." You know, if he sees the not for hire sticker, he goes, "Oh, that's just some old boy getting his stuff done." It's just kind of a sticker. I don't think it really means anything. Makes you feel better. But anyway, that's why I got that. But it's just kind of cool that, you know, that little setup's the one that started all my stuff right there. Got that truck, got that trailer, start hauling material off job sites, helped to paycheck the side hustle, and then we got more stuff now. But anyway, that's a long-winded outro, but I just wanted to get that point across. If you see somebody that's towing without their stickers on it, it ain't your freaking business to say anything to them negative other than, "Hey, nice setup, moneymaker." If he says yeah, then you go, gotcha. But anyway, I'm gonna end it here. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you on the next one. Let me know if you guys are running a gun and no DOT numbers and stuff like that on your personal truck that you seldom run, you know, for hire. Again, I don't know if that's admitting to breaking the law, but it is what it is. We'll see you guys in the next one. Later.